Hey, yo, welcome back. This is not a podcast. It's just my thoughts with Markman. Coming to you on a Saturday. It's a little late. Wanted to do this video earlier, but, over at the crib, we was hosting a pre-Mother's Day brunch for the mamas, the baby mamas, baby mamas. You know how it goes. So happy Mother's Day to everybody out there, all the mothers that be, watching, supporting the channel, liking, subscribing, commenting. Appreciate you all. We love you all. Last night, I went out to the GNX tour. New York, New Jersey stop at MetLife Stadium. Kendrick Lamar and SZA co-headlining, DJ Mustard opening. And it was a time. This is not going to be a full breakdown of the show or an analysis or looking for a deeper meaning. I'm also not going to give a ton of spoilers, but I will talk about the show. So obviously, if you want to be 100% spoiler free before the show reaches your city, please click off because I don't want to ruin it for anyone. I will feel bad if I do. We'll speak another time. No hard feelings, you know what I'm saying? But, I went to the show to enjoy and to just experience it. Met up with some friends, saw some friends, had a couple of drinks. I just really want to experience. I may double back in another city and really come up with some type of breakdown. We'll see. But even though, this tour was definitely, there's a storyline in the tour for sure. Absolutely a storyline. Definitely, I think some hidden meaning and some just intention. Intention is probably the best word. I don't know if it's as layered as Mr. Morale. I think Mr. Morale had real message driven, and this is just a good time, but still with substance. You know what I'm saying? If I could describe it best. But I might go catch it in another city. We'll see. I'll let you know, and maybe I might do more of a breakdown. But also want to shout out all of the people that I saw last night, like in the parking lot, walking to the stadium, walking into MetLife, on the way in, on the way out. People who said they rock with me, people who said they watch the content, people who show love. There was so many of y'all, and I really appreciate it. Like, I feel the love online from y'all, but it's next level in real life. It is next level in real life. And some of the trolls that we encounter online, I don't know where y'all be at for real, because it be all love outside. So to John, if you watching this, sorry the camera was messed up, Brody, but if we run into each other again, we definitely gonna take a gang of photos, man. I hope you had a good time. I hope you got home safe. Nikki, what up? Thank you for watching. Willis, Raul, just a couple of people that I met. But it was a bunch of y'all, appreciate all y'all. I hope y'all all enjoyed the show. Hope everybody got home safe. But so last night, first of all, let's stop having these conversations online about ticket sales and if these stadiums fill up. The place was packed. A reported sellout. And I imagine it's going to be like that each step of the way. So it's just a waste of time now to kind of point at the empty seats when the sun is still up. You know what I'm saying? And those stadiums fill out, man. It'll be all right. This is something that people enjoy. This is something that people want to go to. Let's just stop that conversation right now. This is a successful tour out the gate. They're going to accomplish everything they set out to do. That's how it seems. Merch was fire. That's another thing. I got this Gloria hoodie. Check this out. The merch was fire. So I picked up one of these. Man, can y'all see it? This Gloria hoodie with the GNX and then the SZA kind of bug lady. You know what I'm saying? On the back, just the tour dates. If y'all can see that. So the merch was fire. I waited in line for like 45 minutes after the show just to cop one. But I was happy to do it. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to Nakia as well. So like I said, Mustard open. Shout out to Mustard. Shout out to Ty Dolla $ign. I saw a Dolla $ign there. Terrace Martin was there, man. Shout out to Terrace Martin. Amazing. Such an amazing musician, man. I love Terrace, man. He's fire. But shout out to y'all. So there was definitely like some people in the building. I saw Roddy Ricch walking around. Kendrick started promptly at 8:15. So, if you're going into your city, Mustard is definitely the opener. Like, and he had it rocking. I didn't get in time for Mustard. I was running a little bit late. But Kendrick started promptly at 8:15. So, make sure that you get there by 8:15 because that show is going to start. It's very professional. And the show ended about at 11 o'clock if I timed it right. So, I mean, it's almost 3 hours. You know what I'm saying? There was a Baby Keem sighting. That's the headline. There was a Baby Keem sighting on the second night of the MetLife show in New York, New Jersey. Keem came out last night and they did Family Ties. Big, huge surprise. The crowd went crazy. Keem is alive and well. Keem is thriving. He looks great. He sounded great last night. Stadium went up when Baby Keem came out. And then SZA brought out K Tronada, which was dope. I didn't see that coming. She brought out K Tronada and she did a cover of his Teacher Moses Be Your Girl remix, which was fun. It was like this fun, unexpected moment within the set. Fun fact, Teacher Moses, Complex Simplicity, amazing album. That's where the original Be Your Girl is from 2004. And that was the second album I ever reviewed when I started my career freelancing for Complex Magazine. First was the Jadakiss album. Teacher Moses was the second one that appeared in the same issue. Shout out to Teacher Moses. Shout out to K Tronada. But that moment of SZA singing Be Your Girl, that was dope. That was fun. Two big headlines right there. Dot started out with whacked out murals. Like, you know, just like GNX, just like the album. Dot started out with whacked out murals. Great way to start the show. I mean, we got Squabble Up. We got Kunta. We got Element. 30 for 30. You know, so Dot kind of does his group of songs. And the way the show works is a truly intertwined set between Kendrick and SZA. So Kendrick comes out, does some songs, and then towards the end of that first act, so to speak, SZA joins him for a collab. At the end of the first act, it was 30 for 30. SZA comes out, does 30 for 30, and then Dot leaves, and then, you know, they switch, and SZA does some joints. So they switch back like 4 or 5 times throughout the show, right? So it's really intertwined that way, man. It's super fun. Euphoria was insane. Just bars. Thing about this show that's incredible, and I said the same thing about the Super Bowl, which I was impressed by from a Kendrick perspective. This is a rap show. This is a hip hop show. This is a pure hip hop show where Kendrick is concerned, right? There's no backing track either. There's no hype man. He's going bar for bar for bar for bar for bar for bar. Like he's really spitting these raps. He's rapping and he's covering ground, moving on that massive stage. Shit is not easy. And I remember I did a set on a big stage at Rolling Loud a few years back. I was early in the day. It was 2019 in Miami. And they had me on the big stage, the same stage that Travis Scott closed out on. And I rehearsed the show for weeks with my DJ S. Witt. But we rehearsed it in a small room. We were just getting the routine right and our cues right and making sure I got the words right. But we rehearsed in a big room. And I didn't account for how big that stage was and how much ground I had to cover. And I just had a 15-minute set, but I was done by the end of that set. I say all that to say, of course, Kendrick is a professional. Of course, he has been here before. I'm not comparing myself to him in that regard. But I share that to say it's not easy for any artist to get on that stage. It takes conditioning, endurance, breath control. We know Dot stays on program. We know he works out. We know he runs every morning. But I would love to ask him about his preparation right before a tour, like the physical workout. That's something a lot of artists don't talk about, but the physical conditioning to do a tour this big, to work a stage this big night after night, the work and the dedication. For anyone who does this, it's not just exclusive to Kendrick, but Kendrick was particularly impressive last night. Again, spitting those bars and then working that stage. But the Kendrick portion of the show, rap concert, bars, and it's in the stadium. It was, like I said, it was an extension of the Super Bowl to me, like how we got a rap show at the Super Bowl, which I thought was dope. I mean, this is a rap show. You know, the SZA mixing up, it's a sing-along, it's all of that, man, but I just appreciate the bars. Last night made me reminisce about the first time that I saw Kendrick perform was at the Highline Ballroom in 2010. You know, I used to work at XXL, as most of y'all know. XXL freshman concert, it was the year that J-Rock was on the cover, and, you know, he made the cover, and Kendrick, so we do the show a couple of months after the cover comes out. Kendrick is his hype man. And at the time, in the middle of Rock's set, Dot would get 2 songs while J-Rock took a little bit of break. And Kendrick did PMP and Bitch I Do This off the Kendrick Lamar EP. And I was in awe. I was working that night, so I remember running from front of the house to, getting people at the door, doing, I'm not fully paying attention to the show. But when Kendrick came on and started doing P&P, it was just like this command of the stage. Like, you kind of stopped what you was doing. I remember watching the show and watching him perform these 2 songs and was like, nah, this dude is special. Saw him perform at SOBs for Section 80. I was in LA. I feel like it was in the Santa Monica area. I could be wrong though. But he performed in the Apple store there one day, so I went to go check that out. Best Buy in New York, checking that out. Like, these really, really small, intimate stages to where we are now, stadium shows, and still keeping it rap. I love it. Like, so that's what my mind was yesterday. Like, damn, like, he really took it from just these small, and everybody starts somewhere, to the MetLife Stadium, to football stadiums. Was amazing. And like I said, Euphoria was the highlight for me. A lot of people was like, what was your favorite song to see perform? I think Euphoria for sure, because again, just the bar, it's just straight bars, it's just straight rap. It's not even the diss element of it to me. It's one is just a great song. Like there are catchphrases, there are things, like, it's a rapidy rap song, but you can still rap along to it. You know what I'm saying? The way he starts off, with the sample, and it's just slow, and then it opens up and the beat switch. Don't tell no lies about me, I won't tell no truths about you, and the screen kind of opens up and Kendrick comes from behind it. I thought that was super dope. Euphoria was a highlight for me. Like that verse was dope too. We got some older joints. Backseat Freestyle went up. Mad City went up. You know what I'm saying? And he mixed some of the Anita Baker in with it, which I thought was like really cool. SZA gave us a good deal of Lana. I mean, SZA toured, I feel like she did 2 legs of the SOS tour. And she might have did an overseas run. I'm pretty sure she did an overseas run as well. But in the U.S., I feel like, because I remember her coming to New York in the Garden, and I remember her doubling back and coming back in the Barclays. So SZA has toured SOS a lot. That was an amazing show. I love that show too. But she gave us a good deal of Lana. So Scorsese, Baby Daddy, BMF, What Do I Do, Kitchen. But then we got classic joints like Doves in the Wind, which she performed with Kendrick. Broken Clocks, we got The Weeknd. Then we got Shirt, Kill Bill, Snooze, of course. And then that Be Your Girl cover was a huge highlight. That was something that nobody could have predicted or saw coming. So they still kept it very interesting. If you went to the SOS tour, there were some things that were like spiritually aligned with SOS and felt like an extension of SOS. But this is a new thing. It is definitely a new thing, new set, totally reimagined. So if you saw her SOS, this is a different experience and definitely worth your time. She did Rich Baby Daddy as well, the Drake song with her, and Sexy Red, and so, fun song. It's a fun song. It's a fun song, and the lyric is in there. Shake that ass for Drake, shake that ass for me. They kept the hook in there. It was no hating whatsoever. I mean, she did the record, Rich Baby Daddy. So that was fun. We got Luther, of course, and just a sing along for Luther and Gloria, and it ended kind of on Gloria, which was dope. She also did Love. SZA filled in for and did the R&B part on Love from Damn. So SZA did her thing, man, and it was a dope collaboration. But so yeah, closed out on Luther and Gloria. But before that, Dot went from TV Off Part 2, because he splits TV Off 1 and 2. You get Part 1 somewhere in the set list. You get Part 2 further along. So he splits Part 1 and Part 2. But so he does Part 2. Mustard comes out on stage. Energy crazy. And then it goes into Not Like Us. There's also some fun interstitials right before Not Like Us. I did a video about it, how he kind of trolls Drake in the UMG lawsuit with like these deposition interstitial videos. And there's a lot of interstitial videos that kind of tell a story in it, which are super cool.
Mr. Duckworth, where were you when we were Saturday, May 4th, 2024?
I don't keep up with dates. I got a million things going on. I don't know.
Saturday, May 4th.
I don't keep up with dates.
2024?
Dog. Bro, I don't keep up with dates, man. I don't know, man. I'm in the air.
Okay, does this ring a bell? Drop. 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 Drop.
drop, 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 drop. I see dead people.
The energy was crazy. I'm glad you know. It'll be interesting to see. I mean, he may perform Not Like Us for the rest of his career. It's a huge song, right? His biggest song thus far. He may decide to retire it after this run. I don't know. Who knows, right? But, you know, I remember seeing Nas doesn't perform Ether anymore. But I remember watching Nas perform Ether at Webster Hall at the Godson release party. Energy was crazy. So some things you're just like, man, I just need to catch that one time. Seeing Not Like Us was on the bucket list. And it's just the energy surrounding the record. The way he performed. It's a great record. Like, you know what I'm saying? And I know people, like, it's a battle record. It's a diss record. That is part of it. You can't divorce it. But it's just transcended. It's just such a great record, right? And it was loud. The energy inside the building was nuts. But here's a video that I saw online that somebody posted of how it sounded outside the stadium. I'm not posting like a lot of sound up stuff in here because I don't want to get like flagged and demonetized and all of that. But I figure this one is safe. It's just the crowd singing. You can't really hear it. You can't make it out. I don't think the algorithm that they use to sweep these videos is going to pick this up. But I'm telling you, the energy inside the stadium was crazy. Here's what it sounded like outside the stadium. So listen, man. I mean, here's my thing, man. I had a good time, man. It was a dope fucking concert. I had a really good time. I want to go to another city. I want to catch it again. If you're thinking about going, and if you get access to go, I would say go, man. Like I think you're gonna really enjoy it. It's definitely like something like you shouldn't miss. And you know, I know tickets are expensive. I know everybody's situation is a little bit different, but if you could go, I recommend going. You know, Kendrick has just had such an incredible year. You know, it kind of feels like the victory lap. The energy is all the way up. I feel like there's going to be a fun time in each and every city. So go and check it out. If you checked it out already and you've seen it in your city, I know they stopped in Dallas. I know they stopped somewhere in Carolina. Oh, man, I know LA is coming up. But if you caught it already, let me know what you think. Let me know what your favorite part was. But until next time, all right? Peace.